is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Green once again the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Andy Dalton looked good on that pass, but I'll tell you what, all time in his career against Pittsburgh, it has been a struggle. 3-12 as a starter against these Steelers. Just more evidence of their dominance over the years in the AFC North. Steps away to his left toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Well, they've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal. To throw here, Dalton. And it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Switch. Watch the twist. Watch the 6-6. Pull it high. Solid. 5 down.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here we go. 59 is Mike. Check. 22, 44. Switch up. Mike, check.
Hey, Mike 7.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Black 30.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Check three, check three.
Beat these two.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Roethlisberger will hand the counter. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He'll try and run for it with counter. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th.
44. Hey, Echo.
59. It's a party now. It's a party now. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
59 is Mike. 59 is Mike. Check. 59. Come on, baby.
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And some room to run now. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They start the drive with counter. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
57 is the Mike. 57. I can't believe they let you play.
Hey, Charlie.
Let you play. 57. Mike, 57.
Hey.
Mike, 57. Mike, 57.
From the 24, Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Strong right. 50. 4 down. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. You.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check. Let's go.
Jib.
Here's Edmonds. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check.
What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up?
Check 99.
Alert.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals 7, Steelers 7.
Black 20.
57.
You good?
I got one.
No spacing.
Check 49.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down now, Edmonds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Black 20. 44.
Ricky. 57. Mike, 57.
Hey, wahoo!
I'm coming after you. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Oh, here we go.
Show that bench release and go. Black, what's up?
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Hey, watch this. Watch
Take 2 of them.
Kill.
Jack 16. Black, what's up?
They run it here with Edmonds. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
42's the mic. 42's the mic. Don't get nervous.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
On third down, Roethlisberger finds his running back, James Conner, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
That's another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Set! Like 80!
Check. 42's the mic.
Focus, focus.
36.
On first down, Edmonds. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here we go, here we go. Blue 30.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Slam, slam. Check 24, check 24.
Alert, alert.
Patch it.
Quarter, quarter.
On second down, Edmonds. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. So on fourth down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drive...
He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Bengals 14, Steelers 3.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Mike,
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
57, Mike, 57. No chance. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mike 42, Mike 42.
No foul.
Mike 42, Mike 42.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Check. Hey, exit.
Watch the run. Mike 42, Mike 42. Right here, right here.
Hey.
This is Mike 42's Mike. It's a party now.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th.
Double bump.
Check, check.
Big Delta.
57 to Mike.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a Snickers. Now spin. Protein spill.
It's been a long day for you.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton got a man open. It's Ross. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. All right, let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Dalton. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Bravo!
57's Mike. Mike 57. 3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Keep these two.
Check 37.
They run with Edmonds. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm scared.
22, 44.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Here's Connor, and good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Come. Watch the safety creep.
Take both of them. Flag.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Blue 30.
Nice, sweetheart.
44. 5.
57. Mike, 57. Hey, defense, let's go.
No foul.
Mike, 57. Mike, 57.
Middle.
Here we go.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
You got tight. You got these two. Big
Another carry now for Edmonds. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Showing it.
You good?
On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Go.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Hey, let's get that ball, D.
These two.
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. I'm coming.
Easy.
So that'll back him up 5. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
8.
Mike 42. Go.
Hey, Alpha.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mixon. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
King. Easy.
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
42. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball.
Alert.
42's mark.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Like 80.
42's the mic.
Take 2 of them. Hey.
Watch the ship.
Black.
On 1st down, Edmonds. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Again, they run with Edmonds. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh 1st.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
44. Hey, Haywood.
Mike's 42. I got one. Mike's 4-2.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Check the backer. Watch
Quarter.
They'll run here with Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is down to 28-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last two drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Check. Mike 42.
Jack 16. Mike 42. Mike 42.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
Solid. 5 down.
Here's Edmonds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Hey, high 7.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 26. Check 26.
Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 23-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Back to the ground on first down, Edmonds. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
The tackle made back at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
All day, every day, any day. 57 is a mic. 57 is a mic. Cut.
Throwing on second and 14. Roethlisberger toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that takes us from second to third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long.
You mine. Watch twist.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long.
Watch tight. Tight is right. We got 4. Alert.
Roethlisberger will throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama. Once again, they run with Mixon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's third down.
Hands up. Lead.
Mike 57. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Third and 2 for Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
It's a gain of 6.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just float from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
At the 39-yard line.
Again, it's Mixon.
Mixon again, the ball carrier.